Welcome back to the channel. This is RevKev. Long time no see. Want to apologize about that real quick and just give you a kind of an update. I hadn't posted in a long time because I had shoulder surgery and was kind of feeling like garbage. I'm still trying to get through rehab on that, but um, enough about that. I am back. Didn't really go anywhere. Just not really feeling it, given some things going on. But I do want to bring you a new video on the JK07. Just kidding, it's not a Gladiator Jeep for sure. I've done some things to it in previous videos out there at Danger Rapids. Some of you who watch those videos may have caught on that I had the Hobbywing Axe, or not the Axe, the Fusion 8 system in it. Just briefly on that, there was nothing wrong with the stock system. I just accidentally broke it, screwing around trying different things out, and yeah, I broke it. So they warranted it because Rlaarlo is a good company, sent me a new one, but I didn't want to wait. So I bought the Fusion 8 knowing that it'd be just as good or probably better. And I will tell you this, it is easily just as good, but almost certainly better. This thing is so fast. You can run it on 4S. Today we're going to run it on 4S, and if you watched a previous video, because I have the Traxxas winch in there that runs on 3S, I'm not going to use the plug that I built into the ESC because then it will pull 4S. I have a separate battery here, that's a little 3S battery to run my Traxxas winch. But just to give you a quick update on some things that I've done to it, you can probably tell the biggest difference right now is these tires. These are 2.2s that I have stretched 2 millimeters each direction, so 4 millimeters total. The Mickey Thompson Baja Pro X. Okay, these are some of my favorite tires. They are going to make this thing perform so much better than it was before. If you watched videos previously out at Danger Rapids, you saw that this thing's like the biggest limiter of this RC was the tires. They're very scale. Those tires were essentially a clone of the BFG KO2 KO3 tire, and they looked really good. They look very scale, but they do not perform very well. These tires, in my experience, are some of the best you can put on an RC, and when you put them next to each other, they are almost identical in height and width. I think it looks phenomenal. It doesn't look crazy. It doesn't look out of place. I think it gives it a really nice stance. It looks like something you might actually see on the road or on the trail. To put these 2.2s on these 2.6 wheels, literally you just have to stretch them a little bit. It wasn't hard at all. In fact, the bead probably will stay better because it has a little bit of pull inward. So I found it to be extremely easy. I'm using the foams that were in the original tires because they're slightly harder than the ones that come in the Pro line. These tires that come with the white foam, they're just very squishy, a little too squishy in my opinion. So the truck, it made it want to, you know how the tires fold on hills. So the original foams are in these new tires, and they feel like they're going to work really great. What else? I did 100 weight, no, not 100. I did 90 weight shock oil all the way around, and that has significantly. Now these are new. These mods you did not see at Danger Rapids. You're going to see them today in action. So that'd be the tires and the shock oil. That's 90 weight all the way around. After doing some testing at my house on some rocks I got in my backyard, this thing is probably going to perform so much better because it doesn't want to flop over left and right and be so easily tipped. What else? You know, as far as mods go, that's pretty much it. Oh, I did put my preferred servo in here. This is the Power Hobby 760. This thing, I have my Fusion 8 set at 7.4 volts. So I don't remember the numbers offhand. I got a video about this, why I love this servo, but this thing is probably putting out nearly 500 ounces, so it's pretty strong, and you'll see out there it's got plenty of juice. No need to direct power in this application. It's perfectly capable for this size of rig and its current weight. We're gonna see now. I might add some weight up front here. I don't know yet. This thing being pretty long and the shocks have been calmed down, I think the tipping factor is going to be significantly reduced, so I just might not do that. I really think that's it. I'll probably add some more stuff later that I've forgotten, but you know, if you're seeing this for the first time, I have a video about how I did this. This is just a nice, it puts itself away. It's a little latch. It's just zip ties and some rubber. So go watch that video. That's a game changer as far as I'm concerned, because it's annoying trying to keep after this thing, you know. And I did the metal recovery points. I did DIY rear steel recovery points, and they got me a little just in case bungee rope, kind of a trail grapple there, some accessories up top. These are all marketed for 1/10, but I mean, you crowd them up there real good, you put them under a net, they look just fine. They look good. So without any more talking and rambling on, I'm going to cut this and we're going to get some trail running footage. I'm probably going to do some talking, maybe, because there's a lot of people out here today, so I don't know if it's even worth it trying to be super scale. The footage itself will look pretty scale, but I might talk and people are going to bother me anyway, so I'll be interacting with them, because everywhere you go with one of these things, people have questions. Plenty of kids out here too, so all right, let's get after it. We're not even to the trail yet, but saw something new here I wanted to try. If you can see how dirty this thing is already. I was probably doing 3/4 speed and dropped it on its side. Nothing broke or fell off. But you can see how much control you have with this Hobby Wing Fusion 8 system. It's more than enough power. The drag brake is perfect. Servo's got plenty of power.
Everybody's been being nice to him. Yeah, he is. He really is.
I was doing that in second gear. I don't know if you can see it, but I got my diffs unlocked. Locked just the front. Get that rear. Yeah, the traction that these tires give you is night and day. It's probably not even a strong enough reference point. I could not have done this with the original tires. All right, I'm trying to give you guys an example of how fast this thing is. I got it in 2-wheel drive, rear open, 4S. Just gonna give her the beans, see if I can keep it straight. Crashed. Alright, we're gonna try this again. I got it in 4 high, diffs open, see if we can get a good flyby. Alright. Alright, let's do rear locked, rear wheel drive. That's about quarter, 1/3, maybe half throttle. Alright, I'm not really sure why, but my hazard lights are activated, which is not a feature you can access on purpose. I'm wondering if all the speed runs have gotten the system hot, and that's how it's telling me. It seems to be running okay. I'm just going to keep going, but I'm going to chill out on all the high speed stuff. Come down here in this water, see if I can get a nice scale drop in. Man, that thing looks good though. What do you guys think? I think these tires and the shock oil are 1000% improvement. If this thing had dig, man, it could do so much more. Now, being able to lock the front and then also just remove power from the rear is pretty close to dig, especially when you're going uphill. If you're trying to keep the back from pushing and crashing. See, right now I got front locked and the rear is completely off. There's no power going in the rear. So I can kind of just drag it around. Yep, that's what I wanted. Now I'm going to go back into 4 high. Now that I'm down. Front still locked. Hung up on my bumpers. Oh, got it. I'm going in this water over here, see if I can get this motor submerged. Cool it off a bit. Maybe I'll put it in the camera. How about that? Oh, lost signal. Alright, we fished her out. Everything's fine. Still got the hazard lights. It's kind of a neat feature. I wish I could actually turn off and on. Okay, maybe I go to the right. Oh yeah. Turn the rear off. Locker, that is. Kind of pull the front around. Turn it back on. Oh, my rear bump, my front bumper's caught on the rock ledge. Alright. Turn the rear off. Perfect. See what I did there is front wheel drive only. I'm gonna trip my lights. I use front wheel drive only with a locker, and that let me pull the front end around. Oh, I lost it. And we're back. I fought for that one. Somehow I didn't lose anything off my roof or the clips that hold the awning. I did get all that dust off of it though. Call that a win. Alright, I'm going to attempt to climb down here. Hopefully I don't fall to my death because there is a very stony fall just behind me, a few inches. I don't call this place Danger Rapids. It is part of the same waterway, but it is dangerous. Unlock the rear. Try to get high. Start out high. So I can have a nice wide drop. Front wheel drive only. I think I can get it right. Four-wheel drive. And the drag brake on this Fusion 8. It doesn't translate on this video, but the drag brake is amazing. And I don't even have it at full strength. I can get my rear to settle. Oof. That's where we wound up, guys. Let me go fix her. Well, through the magic of video, cutting and all that, I have recovered it. I put it back up there. We're going to try it again. No damage. I did lose one of my awning clips, so I'll be figuring out a new way to do that because having to worry about that every time is pretty annoying. I will say this thing is pretty dang durable. That might be the only thing I don't like about it. Oh, I just caught the upper pod row is slanted down, but I like to keep those somewhat loose so they can move instead of break. So once it gets back down here, if I can get it down here successfully, I'll fix that. Oh yeah, I went ahead and cycled the power switch on and off, and our hazard lights are gone. So this attempt, I'm going to not take it so wide. I'm going to start wide, but I'm going to try to come down and just basically do this that way as opposed to trying to run it that way. So wish me luck. Gotta turn all the lights on, otherwise it's not cool. Currently in 4 high. Of all things that I wish would quit working, it's the blinkers. Let's see. I'm gonna go front lock. Front wheel drive only. This just might be too big of a rig to do this. I don't want to admit defeat though. It's so controlled. I kind of feel like I just have to turn left into it, and this is where real dig would really save the day. I don't think I'm gonna make this, guys. I definitely just went back up this thing in front wheel drive only. Holy crap. It's awesome. I'm gonna get a little bit closer. I don't wanna be chasing parts off this thing. Okay. I'm going to attempt to go even wider. Get that front to settle down. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I can. The control and the steady where's my right? Oh, left bunker. Okay, violence. Alright, I am in front wheel drive, front locked, rear no power at all. I'm going to turn the rear back on now that I'm straight. Enable the locker just so I can get 4-wheel drag brake. Yes, man. Unlock everything so I can get down and turn. These tires, if you're looking for an easy, fairly inexpensive upgrade, just stretch the 2.2 whatever flavor you like, but I obviously like these tires. Stretch those over your 2.6s and they will work flawlessly. Alright, let's change angles here. Okay, we're back in our original angle. I'm gonna turn this thing around and see if we can get back up it. Some of you are probably only looking at the line that you think I'm gonna take, and you're probably right. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that just out of the frame over there where I'm turning. Turn it. The shock oil going heavier has really calmed this sway down. And I mean sway, not weigh, but it's also both. I put the shock positions back in their original spot. I thought initially I would have to remove or maybe lower them to accommodate for the tires being more aggressive. They're not bigger, they just have bigger tread blocks. Man, this is good. I should probably turn the camera so you guys can see it. Let me come on back down and do that again so you guys can see it. So 4 low, front and rear locked. Just gonna grab left, high, straight. Trying to stay high with my driver. Oh, I slid. What I don't want is to get square up to this corner, because that's gonna cause me to slip. I'll get caught. I'll get my belly caught on that corner. Might need to come back out. Go. Oh, Jesus. Oh, stuff fell off. BRB. Okay, some of you might be wondering, well, why don't you just use your winch? Well, my goofy self, when I grabbed my remote lanyard, I didn't grab the one with the winch hanging off of it, or the winch controller. So this is all going to be unassisted via winch for this run today. My apologies, because I could definitely use it here to make this climb. So I think probably the better approach is going to be to look at my passenger side front. Get that right on that ledge over there. I need my suspension to calm down. think I'm up it. I think I'm up that ledge. Yeah. I have a feeling as soon as I start to gain anything on my driver left or up front, I'm going to lose it on the right. Yeah. That really felt like I almost had it. Perhaps another attempt with tires that are even drier. Holy crap, you guys see that? Yeah, these tires are a must. Alright. I'm gonna make an attempt to climb out of here. Might have to go all the way around like I usually do when I run out here. Pretty deep water though. Alright, we're gonna walk up all the way around. I'm gonna try sort of hook. This is where a winch would come in handy. Perhaps if I get my front end wedged in there a little bit, I might be able to claw my way up. Nah. All right, had to give her a little helping hand. The winch would have done it. See if I can get her out of this spot here. Shouldn't be that difficult. We're gonna grab passenger front, try to V up, clear our front bumper. I'm gonna try to stay high-ish, clear my belly. Stay high, and then once my belly clears, I can go hard left, just like that with some throttle. Basically letting the RC teeter over the lip and then grab with some throttle. Alright, we're gonna go up this ridge here. We came down it, so we gotta go up it, or at least gotta make the attempt. We'll lock them all up. If I can get my front bumper to clear, I think we can just drive straight up this. Yeah, easy peasy. Alright, I'm gonna cut here and we're gonna jump into the other trail entrance. It's super cool looking.